Hey everybody, I'm Jammer and let's talk about the NX today because literally within the past week or so there have been so many NX rumors and leaks. It's been like a leaky cauldron, leaky bucket, man. I don't know. So anyways, last week there was the first leak of this big pack of leaks, and basically it showed off that first initial picture, and it had like a little note saying you're not gonna believe this or something like that, and it's showing like what we think would be the controller. Now it looked very reminiscent of the patents that Nintendo filed a little while back, how it was a curved screen with the two little nubs on it, and assuming that was a big touch screen, it had the scroll wheels, I believe. So it led us to kind of believe that yes, it is following suit of what the patents were filed. But then again, when patents are usually filed with companies, like the final design of the product is usually nowhere near close to what the patent actually was. Usually the patent's just for the idea itself, then the actual device or whatever it's going to be ends up being actually looking a lot different. I mean, that's just usually anyways. It can look pretty similar. So maybe this is the case. But then again, I mean, this photo was a little bit more, I don't know. It wasn't that totally believable. There was this big black box that they put on there, probably through Photoshop, which like, I don't know, like, what were they covering up? That's kind of my question, if they're going to be leaking the controller anyways. Like, it was in a really oddly placed position as well. So kind of, I don't know, I didn't really believe that at first. I'm like, oh, this could probably be mocked up, you know, modeled in 3D, maybe touched up in Photoshop with shadow work and what. It's like, it's possible, plausible this could have been fake. So I wasn't totally buying it just yet. Then just this week, there was actually news from some Japanese, pretty credible Japanese magazine talking about how the Wii U is going to be ceasing production at the end of this year. So that led a lot of fans to believe that this is it, like they're done with the Wii U, and the reason they're doing that is because they're going to have another home console, which is the NX, slide in that slot, and now it forced consumers to buy that instead of the Wii U, because, I mean, they're done with it. I mean, they're going to start making for NX, and the internet went crazy. Wii U was like trending, I believe, and it was just, everyone was going nuts. And then I believe actually a little bit later on that day, Nintendo did actually rebuttal that statement, saying that the magazine was incorrect, saying that the Wii U, they plan to continue to support the Wii U, they could plan to continue to make more, like, at post the end of this year, which, you know what, might be true, but then maybe they're slowing down production, you know, maybe, I don't know, I still feel like maybe that news wasn't supposed to come out as it was said, because it made it seem like, you know, Nintendo's screwing over current Wii U owners. Matter of fact, kind of screwing over people who are gonna buy Wii U owners, like, within the next couple weeks. So, like, I think they just did it so that the audience that currently owns their console wouldn't, like, feel like, oh my gosh, I just bought a Wii U yesterday. Like, now they're gonna be stopping production at the end of the year because they're a whole new thing, and now I bought my console for nothing. And that was a huge thing everyone was talking about yesterday. They're like, oh, I can't believe the Wii U didn't last 5 years. I can't believe I never got my money's worth, blah, blah, blah. And first of all, that's unbelievable that you don't think you got your money's worth. There is a ton of amazing games on this console. I mean, in comparison to other, like, older gens of Nintendo, yes, this is a smaller library, but it still is great. Like, Pikmin 3 is one of my favorite games. Great game, great multiplayer. Smash Bros. Wii U, undeniably the best Smash Bros. Game to date. Splatoon, a brand new IP, which is a ton of fun. Even for JRPG fans, there's Xenoblade, which apparently has like 300 plus hours of content. There's even more content for Hyrule Warriors coming to Wii U. So there's still a ton of Wii U stuff. There's Paper Mario, I think we'll talk about that. So anyways, there is still a lot of gosh, I'm tripping over my words. Brought up Paper Mario, now it's on my mind. So now, okay, where was I? So Wii U's, yes. There's a ton of games for Wii U. Not in comparison, of course. I mean, it's got a smaller library, yes, but there's still some great games on it. And if you just bought a Wii U, you're in no better place right now than being an owner now. If you bought it at launch, you had to wait for all these awesome titles like Smash Bros, Splatoon, and Mario Kart 8. And it didn't launch with anything. You're just sitting there with a console waiting for stuff to come out. But now that everything's pretty much out for the console, I mean, obviously Paper Mario's coming to it, and I still feel like there's still going to be some more games coming in. Obviously there's Zelda Wii U, Star Fox, so it's not like the library is shut, book closed now. I definitely think still more games are going to come to it. So I mean, you're in a perfect place because if you can go back and play all those games, it's perfect situation almost for you. Yeah, it kind of sucks that they're moving on to their next console at the end of the year, or I mean, maybe they're not. Like I'm at the point where I'm pretty sure, especially with this next leak that came out, because I think it was yesterday maybe? I don't know, depending on when this video is uploaded. But anyways, so there's actually like two or three more pictures of the NX controller again. And there's some contingency between the two leaks. The week before, which I didn't believe at first, but now this week we've got 3 more even higher quality photos. An identical piece of hardware with the ovalness and the lack of the grips and the scroll wheels, and it looked like I was milking a cow. So yeah, I mean, it looks like maybe this is a real thing, because it's like, this is a different leaker, and now the pictures kind of match up. Unless someone last week saw the fake leak and like, you know what, I can recreate that, but better. And then they just made, like, that's like really stretching the truth and extending upon that idea. I don't know if that's actually the case, because honestly, like, this is pretty convincing. If we've had 2 within the past week that are very similar, matter of fact, look like the exact same piece of hardware, the only difference being one black and one white. Which kind of makes me wonder, like, if the NX does have a black and white version, are they going to do it along the lines how the Wii U did, having like an 8GB 32, which hopefully it's going to have more, because 32 is way too small for a console nowadays. So I would be assuming, obviously, a smaller budget version with like smaller memory, and then a bigger deluxe version with bigger memory, you know, along the lines of that. So maybe that's the way you could do it. I'm actually really hoping they're going to do like a special edition, like Zelda Wii U one, because I have the Wind Waker edition Wii U. I love that thing to death. I seriously love just looking at the gamepad. I see pictures of people playing on their black Wii U or their white one, and I'm like, I got the special, that just looks cool. And it's kind of crazy that they didn't make any other special editions since that game. They didn't make one for Twilight, they didn't make one for even Smash Bros. That's what blew my mind. I thought there was going to be at least a Smash one. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping, I don't know if it's going to launch, like, I don't know if it's going to launch with special edition console. I'd love it to, though, so then I could just keep with the tradition and have another Zelda console. That'd be sweet. But yeah, at this point, I'm looking at all these leaks, I'm totally almost convinced that, no, I'm convinced. NX is coming this year. Start saving your bread, because it's coming at the end of the year. E3 is going to be banging. It's going to be amazing. They're going to, it's going to be blown. They're going to blow out the water. It's going to be amazing. Hopefully. I say hopefully, because I actually just had, this is live, I just had like an epiphany, but a bad epiphany, and I really hope this doesn't happen. It could, though. So they were talking about how the Wii U, they will not be halting production. They made it seem like, you know, oh, they're keeping the NX nice and hidden, and every screenshot, or excuse me, every like leaked photo we've seen is just the controller. We haven't actually seen whatever block, whatever console we're assuming that it's going to be connecting with. That's what kind of scares me. I mean, the leaker yesterday with those 3 pictures, I think they did say that it does connect with whatever console or something like that. But, it scares me I haven't seen it, because, like, what if this controller, this NX, is exactly what they've been saying so far, a third pillar, and it's a peripheral for the Wii U. So you can play Wii U games on the go. That's a horrible idea. I do not want this to happen. Don't get me wrong. NX, I think, needs to be a brand new console. The Wii U, hate to say it, it needs to die. I'm done with it. I'm ready for something new. I'm ready for a brand new Nintendo. And if they do this, this is gonna really screw them over. But I mean, if you kind of look at the facts, like, in a way, this could be possibly an idea as well. The only thing, or one of the only examples or details that would be holding back this theory from being true, is the leaks of Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest and other stuff launching with the NX. So it makes it more seem like that this is going to be a console on its own platform with its own games. So it doesn't, otherwise those games would be coming to Wii U technically, unless it's like a new 3DS situation where it's like, hey, if you want to play, you know, Dragon Quest or Final Fantasy, you have to have the NX peripheral, and then you can play it through your Wii U by like supplementing more power through that, you know, little NX peripheral. I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't hope it's going to happen. But it was just an idea I just randomly had, and I might as well just share it, because I mean, I don't think it's going to happen. But I mean, we don't know anything about the NX. We've been making a ton of assumptions that this is, in fact, a brand new console, and it very well could not be. I mean, we don't really know. It better be, though. And there are many reasons, which I'll probably make a video pretty soon about, because I want to talk about the NX more, because I'm so amped, as you probably all know. So yeah, I still think it's crazy how many leaks we've been getting recently. It's really strange. Like, why? It makes me wonder why. Like, why did we get it within this week's span? We know dev kits have been out for quite a while now, so I don't know. It's kind of weird that they kind of just lined up within the week. Maybe the first one came out and that actually inspired some other people to also leak it as well. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, like, of course you're hyped for the NX. If you're not, you should be. Or are you totally turned away by this, like, concept art? Like, do you think these leaks are even real? Have any validity to them? Because Nintendo's trying to be such hush-mouthed about this whole thing. And kind of like how the Smash Bros, when that was leaked, they immediately took down everything. Like, and basically, that just completely verified that it was a totally real leak. So I almost feel like that's the reason why they haven't taken down this stuff down yet. Because if they did, it literally will just cement the fact that, yes, this is the NX. If them not saying any statement about it is almost, I don't know, like, I'm pretty set that this is the NX. But I mean, like, there's still that slight chance, like, I mean, Nintendo didn't say anything about it, whether it's right or wrong, and he's saying nothing, like, that you can lead it to saying, yes, if you do nothing, that's also slightly confirming, yes, this is real. Also, it also means it could be slightly confirming that, yes, this is fake, don't even, like, worry about it. So, I mean, it's kind of strange in that aspect, but I mean, like, oh, I want the NX, I can't wait for it. I can't believe how excited I am for something I have known nothing about, and I'm afraid about that too, especially with that little theory thing I had, because if it is something along the lines of that, that's going to be a huge bummer for Nintendo fans, and, oh, I don't even want to think about it. So finally, yeah, just give me your thoughts, let me know in the comments below, how amped are you for the NX, what do you think about these leaks, like, just let me know. I mean, the controller does look weird, don't get me wrong, without the buttons, like, if you ever played, I don't endorse this, but if you ever played emulations on a phone, where you're trying to use a D-pad on the touchscreen, it's impossible. Granted, there's saying the buttons, and the buttons, they aren't the most precise, like, they're much better than, like, trying to control a D-pad on the screen. But, I mean, it's never, like, preferable. You know, I'd much rather have a physical button. But maybe that NX controller is only used, like, gamepad-wise. Maybe you can still hook up your Wii U Pro controller and, like, other normal, you know, hardware, like, buttons and stuff like that. Maybe that little thing is only the thing used for travel. I don't know. So what do you guys think? Let me know. And as always, give this video a huge awesome like. You guys have been doing so awesome. Our community is growing so much lately. I'm blown away. So do your best. Share this video with everybody you know. Well, friends, family, I don't know. Anybody you think would be interested in watching an NX video. Because this has been awesome. We've been a ton of comments, tons of likes, tons of subscribers. We've just been communicating. It's been a ton of fun. And I'm just gonna keep making more videos because I'm having so much fun, and I thank you guys so much for all your support. So anyways, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe because I do a ton on Nintendo, a ton. And speaking of which, the second episode of the custom Mii Fighter QR code series, I'm working on right now, and it was kind of supposed to be working on today, but I decided to do this video instead. But I plan to have it up within the weekend, and if I don't, I am lying to you right now. So it'll at least be at the at the latest, it'll launch early next week. There we go. So anyways, I want to thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.